Hello and welcome, Pisces, to my channel. Thank you very much for watching this video. So this is a 5-card tarot card overall energy reading for the time period between September 16th and September 30th, 2020. It is a general reading for the larger collective of Pisces and is intended for informational purposes. Please take the information the information may not resonate with everybody, and it's perfectly okay. Just take what fits and let the rest go. To save time, I have already shuffled the cards and requested the universe guidance, and the cards that were selected were ejected on their own. The 5 cards that were exited during the shuffle for this overall energy reading are lined up here, and I shuffled beforehand just basically to save time on the video. Pisces, the first card here represents the overall energy of past influences, usually within the past few months, that were significant. In some cases, some issues may be resolved. In other cases, they still may be lingering into your present, which is the second card here represents the overall current energy in this time period for your immediate present. The third card here represents the overall energy for this time period for the future of this energy during this time period. The fourth card here represents the overall energy of challenges that you may encounter during this time period. Keep in mind that these do not imply challenges are negative. They're simply provided as information and things that you could be aware of if they're pertinent. And the fifth card here represents the overall energy for this time period of outcomes. Again, the overall energy for outcomes during this particular time period here. So we start out here with our past influences, Pisces, and we have the Prince of Wands. Keep in mind that in other tarot cards, the Prince is known as the Page. This particular tarot deck calls them Prince or Princesses, but their meanings for pages are the same. Pisces, I'm picking up here that in your past few months, many Pisces were sort of faced with coming up with a new idea or challenged to come up with an opportunity that you needed to sort of look for. And you know, I'm picking up that for many Pisces, it was an opportunity to sort of give anything a go, and give anything and everything a go is what I'm picking up. It was a time, you know, for Pisces to sort of embrace the opportunity to start out on a new journey or a new project and see where it takes you. The feeling here that for many Pisces, there was a very long period of sort of doom and gloom and this cloud over a lot of Pisces' head up until about June. I feel sort of when the new eclipses took place, that was sort of an aha moment for many Pisces, that sort of the cloud sort of lifted when they were able to embrace sort of a new philosophy and able to let go of hurts or challenges that they had been dealing with for such a long period of time. Many Pisces, you know, I feel didn't necessarily come up with a solid plan at that time, and because many, you know, Pisces weren't even sure where it was going to be headed. But there was an excitement sometime around June for many Pisces that was exciting about the possibilities. We know, Pisces, that you have the wonderful gift of sort of dreaming up new creative ideas that sort of, you know, help with getting through the burdens of everyday life. And this, you know, energy here was sort of a turning point for many Pisces. While the appearance of the Page or the Princess of Wands here sort of indicates that, you know, many Pisces were experiencing a creative restlessness, you know, it was important that, you know, Pisces stay, you know, sort of grounded in what they were doing, and it was mainly about sort of creating sort of a creative spark, but not necessarily having to implement it during this time frame. You know, it was important, I pick up, for many Pisces to, you know, there's an opportunity to sort of be excited about this new opportunities not knowing what they were, but some sort of sense of excitement. However, it was important for many Pisces to sort of map out a strategy or be thinking about, how they were going to carry this out, or even identify what this creative thing that they wanted to do. But it was important for Pisces to do this because you needed to sort of test out your ideas or create a few experiments before committing to anything. And in some cases, they were sort of like dry runs of sort of just playing it out to see if this is something that many Pisces might have been interested. And of course, it needed to be aligned with your broader goals, Pisces. The Princess of Wands here, or the Page of Wands, is appearing here also when there's a spiritual path journey that was calling for you, Pisces. We know, Pisces, you have a curious mind and you're intrigued where this was going. I think some Pisces found this through either laws of attraction and sort of getting a better understanding of negativity attracts negativity, and the importance of sort of turning things around and looking things in a positive light and focusing on positive things. But even if, Pisces, you were somewhat of a novice of sort of this new train of thought, you were open to it, and you were open to the experience, and in many ways you probably thought you had nothing else to lose. But you were keen, Pisces, to sort of discover the new levels of consciousness that were occurring. For many Pisces, you really did benefit sort of from working with whatever. Whether you had a mentor or whether you were doing some research on your own, but something sort of sparked this interest, and this was sort of helping to guide you during this past influences that again may not have brought about any sort of closure, but it was basically a beginning. This was a card sort of giving the message of a new beginning for many Pisces in their past influence, which then carries over to your overall energy of your present. So here we have the Princess of Cups. Now, again, interesting, in your present state of this time period, again, you have the Princess of Cups, again, which is also known as the Page in many other tarot cards. The Princess or Pages are known as, again, messengers. I'm picking up here that the Princess of Cups or the Page of Cups, Pisces, in your present state is suggesting sort of that new idea or opportunity that sort of came out of nowhere. At least for many, it was something that you never even thought about from your past influences. You're able to sort of put it into something concrete. And that instead of having, I think many Pisces sort of are still playing around with it. You were sort of snapping up your own ideas versus letting somebody else do it. And you were sort of spending the time exploring, maybe a little slower than you would like, but it was still good. You were approaching things at your own pace here as far as where you wanted to move forward. When you have the Princess of Cups here, or the Page of Cups, in this reading here, in your present state, Pisces, it's inviting you to have an open and curious mind, to be open to anything, including whether it's something strange as that you normally wouldn't see, but it's about being open to everything and willing to look at it, and look at it with a curious mind. And because of this, Pisces, you'll discover a lot of new aspects about life and about yourself, especially sort of after this doom and gloom period that many Pisces were feeling prior to June. Currently, this card is here reminding Pisces to be open to all possibilities, particularly those that are creative and intuitive in nature. And we know, Pisces, you have a very intuitive nature as well, but sometimes you don't rely on it. You might overlook it, but if you rely on it, you'll be pleasantly surprised. During this time period here of your presence, I'm picking up for many Pisces, this is about dreaming the impossible dream and explore sort of your inner child, and believe that anything is possible, and it's sort of, again, that power of positive thinking and laws of attraction. As we know, every page or the princess or prince in this particular deck is asking you, Pisces, to sort of explore a new facet of yourself. When you get this messenger here in the cups, it's asking Pisces for you to sort of explore your creative and emotional self. That you may want to start a new class, read some books, express your feelings, develop your more psychic abilities. Have understand and sort of identify what your aspirations are and how can you put them into place. It's about not being afraid to let your feelings show and wear your heart on your sleeve, Pisces. And we know that you're already a very feeling sign, and you probably feel too much, and it's possible that many people take advantage of that, but that's who you are, Pisces. And this is just saying, if you've been hurt in the past because you did show your feelings and you did wear your heart on your sleeve, that's who you are, and accept that and let those other hurts go. Don't carry them with you. I'm picking up here, Pisces, as well, that with this card, yes, appearing, it's asking you, Pisces, to in your current state here, is to trust your intuition and be open to a multitude of intuitive messages that if not already have been coming, that will be coming. It's about looking at the synchronicities and signs from nature that will guide you on a path. And sometimes this is going to be a very unexpected places, or lead to a very unexpected place, Pisces, that initially may not make sense to you in your rational mind. But again, what this is asking you is be open to possibilities and not sort of shush anything to the side. It's about, again, following your intuitive breadcrumbs. Because as things sort of come to you or present themselves, sort of don't hang on to them, and it'll make sense down the line for you. Because one intuitive clue sort of leads to the next thing and the next and the next, and before you know it, Pisces, you found yourself in a place of alignment, of full alignment, happiness and bliss. So it's about trusting your intuition and going with the flow, which you're very good at. In a practical sense, the cups here and this messenger here, it can indicate for some that some Pisces are going to receive sort of an unexpected and a pleasant surprise. The pages are known as messenger cards, as said before, and with this the messenger in cups here, many Pisces are going to receive a message related to sort of emotions, intuitions, and creative endeavors, and it could be something that you've been waiting for some period of time. It could be the birth of a baby, an engagement, a new love interest, a new project. It could be a closure to something that you've been sort of pending on. But however it is, you can anticipate sort of a positive of this, and be ready to receive it when the moment comes. And it's going to be well deserved, Pisces. In your future overall energy, you have the Tower. Now, this is a major arcana card, Pisces, and this is when the Tower is coming in sort of your immediate future now, and it's interesting, you probably have already been through one, many Pisces were, but right now in this immediate future, this Tower, I'm picking up, this has to do with something that's been going on with Pisces for some time with a relationship. There's a strong relationship that again, may not resonate with every Pisces, but there's an ongoing either twin soul or twin, soulmate sort of connection here with a third person, that this third person hasn't been available, but there's this connection, and it's been very frustrating for you, Pisces, and it's been sort of an off and on where you think you're getting closer, and then something happens, and this person is standoffish. It's been felt that this third person has an interest in and cares about you. However, it most likely this other person is dealing with another party, or has to close out another party, and it doesn't really trust what they're feeling, and that's been very frustrating for you. I think for many Pisces, this is really, I'm coming up more just on this interpersonal relationship, and it could be a friendship, it could be romantic, but it's a strong bond is what I'm picking up. And you're reaching this sort of Tower moment because this sort of this soul connection that you've had with this person, and even though they may feel it, they're not openly they're not openly recognizing it, so, or they're sort of denying it, and you're ready to go for it, and you recognize it and you feel it. But however, it's been going on for such a long time that I think, Pisces, you're at this sort of breaking point of, do you feel that this person is not interested? Do you feel this person is dragging their feet? Do you've been patiently waiting for some connection with this person, and you're at a breaking point of, do you give up? I think with this Tower card here in this particular sort of soulmate relationship, and again, it could be romantic, it could be in some cases it may be romantic on both partners, but this card basically says this third person or this other person that you're interested in is just not there yet, and they may be feeling it, but they're not able to express it, and Pisces, that's extremely frustrating to you. So what's sort of going to happen in your future here is you're going to be getting sort of this bolt of clarity and insight, and you're going to be able to sort of cut through the lies and illusions that you've been telling yourself, and perhaps what you thought this thing was going to be, and maybe it would have, but if the other person is not ready for it, then how long do you keep dragging on here, Pisces? So your Tower moment is going to be coming down, and is going to make you sort of address is your energy going where it needs to be? And if you've tried and you've tried and you tried and you've given the opportunity, but it's clear that there's a lot of frustration here for many Pisces, that whether this is friendship or whatever this connection is, and it doesn't have to be romantic, it could be a platonic connection, but there's so many sort of ongoing and repeated false assumptions and mistruths, illusions, and often blatant lies that have been going on, that it's been extremely frustrating. And I think for many Pisces, you're questioning what's real and what's not, and what you can rely on and what you cannot trust. This can be has been very sort of confusing and disorienting, and it also takes away from the positive energy that many Pisces are working towards, and sort of their change. I mean, Pisces, you are ready to change, and you are on the verge of change, and you are seeing the light, and you are seeing the energy, and you're opening yourself up to the universe, and this whole sort of positive these manifestations that you are ready to move on and get your life together. And in some way you would like this person to be a part of that, whether it's again friendship or it could be romantic, but this person's dragging their feet. They haven't quite got on board yet, and been really on the defensive, and they might feed you sort of breadcrumbs, but it's just making it more confusing for you. And I think this Tower moment for many Pisces is that you're going to sort of have the moment of, you've tried, but you're gonna have to cut this person, so that you can move on with what you need to do right now. And unless this is resolved, it's holding you back, and it's taking up way too much time of energy, and that you don't have, and taking away your positive focus. So yeah, again, this is the major feeling I'm getting out of this card here, that's resonating here. In our challenges, we have the Hangman. Now this is also a major arcana card. When you have the Hangman in the upright position, it's not quite what you think it is. Pisces, the Hangman here is reminding many Pisces that sometimes you have put everything on hold before you can take the next step, and this may have to do with this relationship here, this sort of soul connection that you're having with somebody. But if you're not ready to move forward, then the universe is going to do it on your behalf, and it may not always be the most at the convenient time for you, Pisces. So some are having a hard time saying, what I got here won't get you there, and sorry for that helicopter flying above, but you're looking at sort of you're releasing, you have been, I pick up, have been releasing sort of old mental models and sort of behavioral patterns for the last few months anyway. And while you're sort of releasing all those things, this relationship here is sort of stagnating, and it's sort of, it's 2 feet forward and 1 foot back. Your perspective is changing, but this person that you believe that you have this soulmate connection, and it is a strong connection. It is, you're wanting to embrace these new opportunities with this individual, and this other individual is just not ready. And that's that's been a challenge here, and I think it picked up here in your Tower moment. So you're having these pauses, and these pauses basically can be voluntary or involuntary. But if you're in tune with your intuition, Pisces, you'll start to have the sense of when it's time to hit the brakes and put things on hold, and when to pursue and when to let go. And I think this is that Tower moment here. So particularly before things get out of hand, and if you're out of alignment and and you've sort of been oblivious to these intuitive signs, the universe, Pisces, is most likely going to put things on hold for you, because it's not going to let you go any further. And it could be in the form of sort of continued obstacles, and breakdowns. So when you sense there's a pause coming, pay attention to it. Otherwise, the universe will turn up the volume to where you can't ignore it anymore. Pisces, again, when the Hangman is appearing here, it can affect sort of projects and activities, not just relationships. But it says that something's going to be occurring that's going to be unexpected or turn an abrupt halt. So it's sort of guiding you that don't keep pushing something forward if you feel it's not going to work. Hoping that more force will drive you, to where you want to go, instead of surrendering is really not the option. It's going to have the counter, because it's going to be counterproductive, Pisces. So sometimes these pauses are there for you to really evaluate, and the Hangman is represented in these pauses. It's sort of a chance to sort of reassess and reevaluate if you're on your right path, or the path that's to your highest good. Either way, something is emerging, and for Pisces, you won't be able to see it unless you sort of allow time and space for it to come through. It seems like it's been impatient for many Pisces. The Hangman here, Pisces, is an invitation, to sort of welcome pauses and welcome them with open arms and surrender to the what is, even if it's different than what you expected. It's about time to take away from your routine and connect with a new way of thinking and seeing. You might have put some things on hold while you do this, and it may not be convenient, but this card is saying trust yourself. It'll be worth it. This is the universe's way of helping you see it, things from a new perspective, and preparing you for the next up-leveling that is a happening in your life. And if you push or resist, you're going to meet more obstacles along the way. So instead, allow the opportunities to flow smoothly and effortlessly as you go, and you'll be fine. The Hangman can sometimes reflect some Pisces are feeling stuck or restricted in your life, and it's going to ask you to sort of identify what may be holding you in that stuck position. What's preventing you, Pisces, from moving forward? On one level, the Hangman, here is asking you to surrender and let go, instead of investing and sort of, putting in specific outcomes or resisting, your current circumstances. It's asking you to accept them and allow yourself to flow with life. On the other hand, the Hangman here, for some Pisces, is being called to change your perspective and to shift your energy, and may even ask you to sort of find that separating yourself from your everyday life is helpful to see that new perspective. Whether it's going for a walk in the nature, going on a retreat, moving to a new country, doing something that changes up, changing a room, anything that sort of breaks up the routine so that you can shift your energy from the routine and the humdrum to get it to be more free-flowing for you. And finally, Pisces, in our fifth card, in our outcomes, we have the Nine of Cups. Now this is a more about, tends to be about relationships, um, which is of interest, Pisces. It's, this is sort of your outcomes, and it's about, Pisces. You've felt this probably several times in your lifetime. It's about, when you're having those moments when you glance around and you just feel your heart is overflowing with, sort of love and appreciation of everything that you've created in your life. And I think the last few months, when you start to look at, the things that you discounted and realize all your achievements, and appreciating your achievements, you've been able to feel that appreciation. And this is what the Nine of Cups is about. It's about emotional fulfillment, Pisces. It's about happiness and contentment. You are so good at giving it to other people more freely than any other sign, and often it can be taken advantage of you. And it's unfortunate when that happens. But you're strong, Pisces. With this card appearing here, you're going to become. It's about you're attaining contentment in all aspects of your life. Whether it's going to be the relationship, your work, your lifestyle, well-being, and more. This card is saying that, right? It's your outcomes are going to be basking in this abundance of life, and you're going to be experiencing your emotions with such intensity and pleasure. There's going to be things that had been hanging over your head are going to be gone. And this is why the Nine of Cups is often called the wish card. It comes as a sign, when the planets are aligned for you, and everything that you've wished for or manifested, which I think many Pisces have been doing for the last few months, you couldn't be happier. So if you made your wish and are patiently waiting for it to come to fruition, this card is an excellent omen that it will soon be granted for you. The Nine of Cups here, Pisces, is an invitation to splurge, indulge, and enjoy life's pleasures. You've struggled and given so much to other people that you often don't give to yourself, Pisces. And this includes whether it's good food and wine, appreciating the arts, making love, challenge, relaxing in a luxurious resort, or a beauty regimen. It's about living in the moment and giving yourself permission to indulge temporarily without guilt and without possible negative consequences of such pleasure. And you deserve it, Pisces. When you see the Nine of Cups here in this reading, particularly in your outcomes for this time period, remember, Pisces, to count your blessings. Think of laws of attraction. Think of things that align your external self and your inner source into things that make you happy and what brings you joy. And express your gratitude, even for the smallest things, because that will change your outlook and everything around you. It's about starting and ending every day with creating sort of that mental list of 3 things or more that you're most grateful for. And over time, Pisces, again, it will intensify to a sense of contentment. It will enhance your ability to attract what you wish and what you want to manifest. And again, it's about laws of attraction. So if for some Pisces, there for a while, if you were struggling to find sort of the positive side of life, then this is a turnaround for you. This outcome card here is about expressing gratitude, and it will help you sort of see that you have a lot to be happy and glad about, Pisces. So it's well deserved, and just keep the positive thoughts going. It will come. It will definitely come. So that is your September 16th through 30th 2020 reading, Pisces. Again, I thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you would like to support this channel, the YouTube algorithms highly depend on your support by clicking on the big 3, and that is click on the like the video, click on the subscribe to my channel, and click on the notification button. They're very important, and I would appreciate your support. Feel free as well, Pisces, to leave a comment if you felt that any part of this reading was applicable to you. And again, if it did not resonate with you, or a part of it did not resonate, that's totally okay. Just let it go. It's and move on, because it may not resonate with everybody. So with that, Pisces, this is wonderful. Thank you again, and we will see you in October. So have a good one.